Hello everyone. Today we're doing exam 3, question 6. So this question we're using logarithmic and L'Hopital's rule. I'm sorry, I have a hard time pronouncing these words, but you get these statements and I'll explain each one along the way. And there's gonna be a chain rule. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be when we derive the expressions. So first off, we're gonna let y equals 4x to the power of x. After we do that, we want to bring down that x. So we're gonna natural log y, which is just gonna equal x ln of 4x. Okay. And now we're gonna set the limits. So as x approaches 0 plus from the natural log of y equals the limit as x approaches 0 from the right side, you get 0 ln of 0 plus, because the 0 times the 4 will make it a 0. And on the ln graph, when it approaches 0, it's going from the bottom of the x-axis. So that's going to be 0 times negative infinity. And you can't have this, so we're gonna have to put the type in front of it to explain that this isn't we're gonna have to use the L'Hopital's rule. So we're gonna set a limit. We're not gonna use the L'Hopital's rule yet, but we're gonna keep the y. But instead of the x, it's going to turn over 1 over 1x because of the L'Hopital's rule. And we're going to have it multiplied by 4x. And this is going to equal, as this is also being multiplied by the limit. Hold on. As you can see, it's being multiplied, the limit is approaching 0 from the right side. So this is going to be the ln of 0 from the right side over 1 over 1 from the positive. So this is going to turn into negative infinity over infinity, because the lower the number gets, a big number over a small number is going to be infinity. So this is also going to be a type. So now we could apply the L'Hopital's rule. So we can't forget the the limit of xy, or of natural log y. So now it's coming from the right side, so we do ln of y equals the L'Hopital rule, the limit as x approaches 0 from the right side. So we get 1 over 1 over x negative, or this whole thing is actually going to be negative square root. And we get this from the derivative of 1 over x over here, because 1 over x is x to negative 1, and if you bring down the 1, you get 1, and if you subtract the interval, it'll be negative 2. So we'll get negative 1 over x to the power of 2, in case you were wondering. And then this is also going to be multiplied by the derivative of ln over 4x. So this is going to be 1 over 4x times 4. And the reason why we don't do the product rule is because we're finding the two different functions. So this is going to be the integral of its own thing, the derivative of its own thing, times the derivative of the natural log. So this is going to equal, it'll be 1 over 4 times the positive times 0 approaching from the right side times 4 from the chain rule over x over 1 to the power of 2. Now we're gonna set this to the limit. We're gonna simplify it so we understand it better. So we're gonna have 1 over 4x times 4 over negative 1x squared. After we do this, we're gonna have 1 over x over negative 1 over x squared. If we do copy dot flip, this is going, and we're carrying a limit to all of the work. So this is going to be 1 over x, or let me add the limit. So now we have the limit, so it's going to be 1 over x times negative x squared over 1. This is going to be negative x as limit approaches x, 0 from the right side, as you can see from the copy dot flip. And when you limit it, the 0, when you plug it in, it's just going to equal 0. So now that we found the L'Hopital's rule from pretty much all the work we just did right here, we're gonna have the limit as x approaches 0 positive from the right side, natural log y, it's going to equal 0. To get rid of the natural log, we're gonna multiply by e by both sides. By both sides, so it's going to be y. So it's going to be limit, I'm going to put an arrow here, as x approaches 0 from the right side, equal e to the 0 power. This is just going to equal 1, e to the power of 0, because constant multiplied by power 0 is going to be 1. So as you could see from the y above, over here, we're just going to plug it in. So the limit as x approaches 0 from the right side, as from above, it's going to be 4x to the power of x will equal 1. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.